One Was a Soldier by Julia Spencer-Fleming. Narrated by Suzanne Toren.
To the woman left holding the flag. Mother, whose heart hung humble as a button on the bright, splendid shroud of your son, do not weep. War is kind. Stephen Crane. Acknowledgements. T.K. I believe in the communion of saints. The Apostles' Creed, the Book of Common Prayer. Monday, September 5. Sarah Dowling's first thought, peering through the wire-reinforced glass of the community center's door, was that they were an odd group. Usually, returned vets had a lot to talk about with one another, even if they were embarrassed to be seen in counseling. She would have thought that in a tiny town like Miller's Kill, she couldn't help it, she still saw the place as a cross between a Thomas Kincaid painting and Bedford Falls, they'd be even easier together. But none of these soldiers were speaking to each other. The two men unracking metal chairs could have been father and son, both middling height, in khakis and button-downs, both with regulation crew cuts. The 50-something graying, the 30-something dark brown. The younger man kept glancing sideways at the older, as if looking for clues on how to behave. He didn't pay attention to the young woman opening the chairs in a ragged circle, watching him. She was maybe mid-20s, but dressed like a teen, with a little muffin top squeezed between lowrider jeans and a mini-tee. Sarah would have to include her no romantic relationships spiel in tonight's session. The other woman in the group was a decade or more older than the little cutie, wearing unrelieved black that almost hid her taut physique. As Sarah watched, she stirred spoon after spoon of sugar into coffee poured from the community hall's industrial-sized coffee maker. The last participant, Sarah frowned. A young man, maybe still a teenager. His hair had grown out, indicating he'd been out of the service for several months at least. Well, she could have guessed that, even if he had still been wearing it shaved to the skin. They didn't let double amputees out of Walter Reed until at least 4 months after admission. His presence here worried her. If he was having post-amputation issues, he ought to be seeing a psychologist at the VA hospital, not hanging around an LCT's group. She checked her watch, then gathered up her stack of handouts. Time to get the road on the show. She opened the office door and strode into the meeting room, the soles of her shoes squeaking on the polished wooden floor. Beyond the closed door, she could hear the faint thump and holler of the basketball game going on in the gym. On the far wall, construction paper letters spelling out, "Hello, September," were taped over bright cutouts of apples and school buses. A preschool met here.